Welcome back, everybody. Welcome in, family, friends, lovers, supporters, haters. You are tapping in, you are watching, and you are listening the Sober Unbothered podcast. Now, listen, I know I've been kind of distant. I know I've been not necessarily MIA, but I've been kind of out the way, and I apologize. I didn't drop last week. I didn't release an episode last week, and that's my bad. You know, I gotta say, doing this content creation and doing the YouTube and doing the podcast and posting the content, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a lot of work. It weighs heavy on my mental, and it's a job. Essentially, it's a job, and I do love doing it. I do love posting content. I do love being able to connect and reach out to you guys. I do love doing this. I do love creating this community. I do love being a part of this community. But sometimes, man, I need some mental space and clarity for myself. So, and the holidays was jam packed with family, holidays, and just, mental health. But we back. We back better than ever. We back stronger. We back healthy, and we back in good spirits, man. So if you still here, if you still rocking with me, if you still engaging, if you still tapping in, I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you fucking with me because I love y'all, man. You know what I mean? I built a lot of connections. I built a lot of, love with everybody in this community, everybody that listens to the podcast, everybody that follows on the page, everybody. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you. But for this episode, I know 2026 is coming up. 2026 is shit, damn near tomorrow. When this comes out will be tomorrow. But that's kind of what I want to talk about in this episode, man. I want to talk about sobriety in the new year, how you should navigate and handle and manage sobriety going into the new year. Because I got to say, man, every year people say that this is the year that's going to change everything. And every year, alcohol ends up staying in the picture. Everybody, whether it's I want to get back in the gym, whether it's I want to stop drinking, whether it's I want to cut off bad people that's for me, whether it's I want to stay off social media, whatever it is, whatever bad habits you want to do, whatever you want to do to be the best version of yourself, be the best version in life. Some people end up not achieving that because being and going into the new year doesn't erase or reset everything. The only thing that resets is the calendar. It's a new year. Instead of having it being 2025, it's 2026. The new year does not reset you. It does not reset. The only thing that resets is the calendar. So in order to be able to navigate and go through the 2026 to become the best version of yourself is to reset your habits. That's all it is. The new year does not change you. It's your habits that what you got to change. January 1st does not reset your nervous system. It just gives people permission to avoid people or to avoid things a little longer. So I don't know what your plans are for New Year's. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what you're doing, but just know that just because when January 1st hits, it's a new calendar, it's a new year, it doesn't reset anything. You got to be able to put in the work and do what you got to do to change your habits and to change your life, to change your future, to see where you want to go. And in order to do that, you got to be able to reframe the picture of the sobriety. So I kind of want to say that, when people think about sobriety, when people think about when people think about how they want to get sober, or how they're going to do it, if they're going to do it, can they do it, is they put the idea in their head that they can do this forever, or that I want to be sober forever, which is a good mentality to have. Being able to say, oh, I want to be able to be sober forever. It's a good thing to think about. It's a good thing to keep in your back of your head. But only you know what you can do. Only you know what you can can accomplish. You got to be realistic with your goals. So being able to reframe the picture and the idea of sobriety, saying that I want to be sober forever, it's a good idea, but be realistic with yourself. Think and approach 2026 with sobriety into, I at least want to be sober for January. And if you get sober and you're sober for the whole January, I try February. And if February ends up going good, I bet I'm gonna be sober in March. And if March goes good, I'm gonna be sober in April. And then keep it going. Keep it going. Don't sell yourself short and say, or don't set the picture and the goal so big that it's so unachievable. You know what I mean? Because people think, oh, I'm gonna get sober. Bet I'm gonna be sober forever. Start small. Start small. One day at a time. Because everybody that's been sober for 3 years, 10 years, we've all started in the same spot. We started with the same day 1. We started with the same day 7. We started with the same 30 days. We started with the same 90 days. We've all been there. So start small. Reframe that picture. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna be sober forever. I'm gonna just be sober today. And if today goes good, all right, bet I'm gonna be sober tomorrow. And then tomorrow goes good, all right, bet sober for the week. Just start with the first 90 days. Start with the first week. Start small. Frame the idea of I'm gonna be sober forever and just say, all right, I'm gonna try today first. I'm gonna try these first 30 days first. Reframe that. So now let's talk about what actually changes in sobriety. When alcohol leaves, things in your mind get quieter. Your emotions get louder. Your weekends start to feel empty. And that's when people usually think something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's just the feeling of getting sober. You feel like you've lost your identity. And it's true. I mean, it's not true that you lost your identity, but you lost a part of yourself that you thought you were. Alcohol and drinking makes you become somebody that you're not. And it makes you comfortable in that person that you don't like. So when you cut that person off, when you cut that version of yourself and that version of yourself off, you feel like you lost a part of yourself. You feel like you lost an identity. But the whole time, you're becoming a new person. You're becoming someone that you were meant to become. So you're not losing anything. Now let's talk about why a lot of people go back to drinking. Most people don't relapse because, they miss alcohol. Most people relapse because, life gets quiet. Because, people get bored. The distractions are gone. Cravings pass. Uncertainty, makes people fold into their old habits, going back. Being able to deal with the real and rawness of life gets heavy. It gets hard. And people don't know how to deal with that. To be able to deal with that, like I was saying before, is to change your habits. You can't just change and wake up the next day, oh, I'm a new person, and then do the same thing that you've been doing. You got to change your habits, bro. Start a morning routine and start a sober routine before you actually need it. Start doing things that you see the sober version of yourself doing. Start envisioning what a sober you will look like 90 days. Think about that picture of yourself sober 90 days. What is that person doing? What do they wake up and do every day? What's the routine looking like? Are they in the gym? Are they a runner? Is the water intake bearable? Is it tripled from now? You got a significant other? You got a good circle around you, got good friends? You still talk to your parents? Think about what that person looks like and try to incorporate that future version of yourself that you see in your head at 90 days sober, a year sober, 2 years sober. Think about what they look like. Think about what they're doing, and try and think about the routine that they are incorporating in that life, and trying to incorporate that into your life. And this is all just approaching sobriety differently. I've been saying it before, and I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself, but when you first get sober, bro, you got to stop announcing it. If everybody knows you're trying to stop drinking, if everybody knows you're trying to get sober, if everybody knows you're trying to get better, everybody has an opinion. And when you hear other people's opinion, it starts influencing your decision. It starts influencing your life. It starts influencing whether you're capable of even getting sober. And you start listening to those influences in your head. You start listening to everybody's opinions on if you can do it, if you're capable of even getting sober. I've had people tell me all the time when I first was trying to get sober, I would always be like, oh, I'm trying to stop drinking. I've had people tell me to my face, like, oh, bro, you trying to get sober? Yeah, I don't believe that. Oh, dude, like if you were to ever get sober, bro, I don't see that happening at all. Everybody got opinions, bro. And that's just self-sabotage, bro. It's people sabotaging your sobriety journey, and it's also you sabotaging your sobriety journey. So keep that shit private. Don't tell anybody, don't mention it. You gotta approach it different. You need to be able to distance yourself from people that don't want to add on to your growth, that don't want to be a part of it, that don't have a positive mindset and effect on it. So for 2026, man, you don't have to promise yourself forever. You don't have to label yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stop long enough to see what your life feels like. Reframe sobriety and make your goals realistic and achievable for yourself. Don't promise that you'll be sober forever. I know the idea may sound fabulous, bro. It might sound great. And be realistic and start small. Reframe that picture. Start small. Start with day 1. And then go on to day 2, day 3, day 4. So sobriety is on your mind in 2026. Listen to it. Don't promise yourself forever. Don't label yourself. And reframe the approach. Happy New Year, man. Thank y'all for listening. This is Sober and Unbothered podcast. I promise we'll be back. See y'all next week, man. Love.